had such a crazy dream just now. I was in a place that was kind of like NBC, right, with big buildings and connecting buildings and stuff. And I didn't know what I was doing there, but it was raining outside. I was inside, and it was raining outside, and this woman said, "Come this way. This is where the steam room is, or whatever, the tropical room." And she led me up this ramp and up to the left and out this door. And she sent me out this door, and all of a sudden I'm outside of the building, but on the inside of the area, like NBC, so it's outside amongst these buildings, and I turned to my left and I kept walking, and it was basically raining, but it was kind of like, well, it was supposed to be tropical, it was supposed to be warm, but it really wasn't. It wasn't really that warm. And it was dark when I came out the door, and I walked the length of a little building, and then turned to my left around the corner, and there was a computer there, literally getting rained on. And I said, "Oh my gosh, this is my job, isn't it? I'm supposed to be here, but I'm not supposed to be here yet. It's like 5 o'clock, 4:30, and I'm supposed to be here at 6 p.m. 4:30 p.m. now, it's 6 p.m., right?" And then this guy was there, and he was, I guess he was saying, "What are you doing here?" type of thing, but it was more like, "You're supposed to be here at 6. And I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you so much for being here." I said to him, can you show me the ropes? This is my first day on the job." And he didn't understand what I was saying, and I said, "What's your name?" I asked him his name, and he still didn't understand. And he just started talking about this and that. And then, the computer was there. I guess it was an older style computer, like with the CRT monitor and all that. And I believe that as I was facing the computer, right, I was facing north, and the computer was facing south, and so I looked at the computer for a few more seconds, and then I think I was sitting down. I got up and I left, and I walked. I walked some more of the distance down the buildings to the south, and this is like a floor or two up. The whole outside of this building area is like a kind of a corridor with a ledge on the right, on the west side of the walkway. There's a ledge that you could see over. You could see the other buildings and the central section where people could park, like Jay Leno park his Lamborghini there, and so I'm walking south, and this is like between the first building and the second building. When I get to the second building, it's daylight, and there's another computer there, and there's another person there, and that person happens to be a woman, right? And I said, can you show me the ropes on this computer? And she, everyone I met was so talkative, they had so much to say. And but they weren't they weren't conversing with me. They were just telling me personal stories, and the first person at the first computer said, "Oh yeah, you're on the night shift, huh? You know, you guys ruin it for everything," or something like that. I think it was like whatever. And then there was this girl, and then this girl turned into a guy, and the guy was telling me that his sister entered this radio contest for most spectacular wedding, right? And he was explaining to me by recreating this model of a semi-truck, and it was so crazy because, you know, it's maybe a little like 1 feet across by 2 feet long or whatever. He's like popping stuff together, and it's almost like I could see a projection in space, right to the south of where we were. Like I was having a dream in a dream, and I was dreaming of this semi truck that he was talking about, and he said, yeah, they got in this semi truck and was going down the freeway, maybe Orange County or something. I don't know. No, I think it was in LA, whatever it was. And they got so the back doors of the semi truck was open. As a matter of fact, the front section of the semi truck was open too. The front section of the what's it called? The trailer. The front section of the trailer was open too, in a way that doesn't normally happen. So it was just going through. The air was going through, and he said, "Oh yeah, you know, they had this great idea. They had these triangle pillows, right? One butted up against the other to make a triangle where one laid on one side and the other laid on the other. The girl laid on the right side. As you look at it, as you look at the back of this trailer, the girl, I guess his sister, laid on the right side and propped up, and the boy laid on the left side propped up, and they were facing each other, and they were laying down, right? That was the point here. They were laying down. So she was in the dress and he was in the tux, and basically, what was spectacular about this scheme was not the boy and the girl, but the fact that they were in this semi truck going down the freeway, and the police blocked off the whole freeway the whole way, and there was helicopters and all this stuff recording and all this stuff, you know, news helicopters and things like this. But their actual scheme was very simple. They were just laying on these pillows, you know, little pillows, and I think the guy said that they won the contest because it was so spectacular. They, you know, closing the freeway and all that. And and I said to the guy, "What's your name?" And he said, "Caleb." And I said, "Can you show me?" I said, no. There was a little desk there, right? there was a desk there that didn't have a computer on it, and it was butted up against this other desk, and the other desk had the model that the guy was building for the stream, for this the contest I just told you about. And for some reason I jumped up on the desk, right? And I asked Caleb, can you show me the ropes on the computer? And then I jumped up and I turned. I did like a 360 or a 720 in the low air. I jumped up maybe 2 feet up above the desk, and I landed either on the model or just right next to it. I think I landed right next to it, and it kind of freaked Caleb out. But it was interesting because when I jumped up, my head bumped into a ceiling that was there for some reason all of a sudden. And it reminded me, in the dream earlier I had today, it was another dream where that dream is basically ended. The one I was just telling about, that was the end of that dream. And no one ever told me anything about the computers or anything, and it never became time for my shift to start yet. But the dream that I had earlier today was I was walking along, and somehow there was power lines going overhead, and the power lines were so low that I had to duck under it. Or basically, I didn't duck. I walked, and I was touching the 3 power lines, 1, 2, then 3, with my hair, basically. And I'm like, why am I not getting electrocuted? I'm on the ground and I'm touching the wires. And there was another part of that dream too where I was in a room or something, and my head was touching the ceiling the same way, or I had to duck or whatever. And it just seems like something was going on in my body to where there's consideration happening of pushing down on my head, or something going haywire. Not haywire, but maybe no pain headache or something like that. Some sort of embolism or something like that was maybe going on in my head, my brain or whatever, to where my body in the dreams felt a pressure on the top of my head, and it came out in the dream in such ways as I was describing. Anyway, I thought there was a crazy dream, and there you go. Love you guys.